What's good, y'all? It's your girl, Galaxy Queen Star. So I just finished watching DNA versus New Jersey Twerk. Pretty interesting, y'all. Pretty interesting. I don't know what's in the air tonight, what's going on, but this is supposed to be Summer Madness 7. So let's just get right into it. DNA goes first. Now, of course, DNA, we can always count on him to spit some bars. He said a nice little, bar that I like. He goes, "I'm Dr. Miami, because after the butt surgery can't help you twerk." So he, was more to the bar, of course. I just had to write whatever I heard down, and I thought that was fire. So, Twerk surprisingly was kind of like trying to bully, it seems, DNA. Like, he was literally walking around the stage, following DNA, trying to get up in his space. DNA wound up walking on his side. DNA was not pressed, like he was not intimidated. He remembered everything, all his bars, all his rounds. He was doing his thing. Okay, so now, Twerk also started talking through DNA's round. So DNA says something, I couldn't catch what he said. He said something, had the crowd roaring, like, "Stop talking through my round, stop talking." He had like freestyle something. So, he got through the first round. It was pretty good. He had a lots of energy as always. It was fire. So now Twerk goes. Twerk was equally fire. I wrote a lot of stuff down and I like that Twerk says. He had a lot of energy. So he said something like, "They said he the PG killer. Well, it's only one problem with that. I ain't no PG and you ain't no motherfucking killer." And the way he said it, like it was fighting words, and he get all up in DNA face and they start pushing each other. Like, it got pretty physical in the beginning of the round. Okay? So now another bar that I really like that Twerk said was, he holds up both of his hands as if he had two guns, and he says, "BB, CC, these'll leave your whole family whining." So I thought that was fire, because remember that couple, BB and CC Winans? That was a couple from back in the 90s. Okay, so I thought that was nice that he said. So another thing that I like, that was pretty okay, a nice line. He goes, DNA getting dropped with a magazine, sperm donor." He says that. That was pretty okay. And then he says another bar that I like. He goes, "Claiming he the champ and zigzag till I take the real champ's belt and beat his ass." And he literally took Old Red's belt and acted like he was beating DNA's ass. So that was kind of funny, and the crowd went wild when he did that. So that concludes Twerk's second round. It was very energetic, lots of energy. He did have a short round, I'm not going to front. DNA had a very long round. He must have went at least 4 minutes, it seems. Twerk, he had about 2.5, 3-minute round. But I'm not gonna lie, I liked Twerk's bars better. I liked his energy better. I gave the first round to Twerk, but it can be debatable. I ain't mad if people give it to DNA, because DNA did his thing. He had a lot of bars and he was energetic as well. I just, like Twerk's material better. So the first round, like I said, I edged it to Twerk. So now here come the second round. DNA doing his thing as usual. He's repetitive, kept saying line after line. He said something like, sort of nigga make him freeze on sight. That Smack's pay-per-view. So people was laughing when he said that, because Smack pay-per-view be freezing every now and again. So he was saying a few nice bars here and there. He also had energy, had great material. Everybody was feeling DNA. He was very solid as always. So here comes Twerk. Now Twerk starts off, and I knew something was wrong. Like, how Twerk start hesitating, like he's forgetting his lines, and that's what it seemed like. Like, it seemed like Twerk was hesitating, he was forgetting his lines. Okay, so in the beginning he goes, he says a nice bar that I like. He says something like, "You just lost to JC. Why would you want me? These niggas queens of comedy." So I thought that was a nice bar that he said. It was alright. And then he says something like, a nice line that I like. He says, "I gotta watch my back. I'll even kill Karma. And then, it was more to the bar, but I didn't catch the whole line. And then boom, he wound up choking. He was choking in the beginning, and then he jersey out and he choked. So that was a very short round for Twerk, and that was round 2. So of course DNA won that round because Twerk just didn't give enough. After about 4 or 5 bars, he jerseyed out the round. Okay, so definitely DNA took the second round. So now we're gonna go to the third. Now this was a talk to you kind of round from DNA. DNA felt like he needed to talk to Twerk. All right, so I wrote a few things down. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get it together. All right, so one thing that I like, a bar that he said was, hold on, y'all. He goes, the difference, he was talking about the difference between this and the difference between that, and saying things like how Twerk said that he used to be a Christian rapper, and he changed to just, but he wasn't so Christian-like. So basically DNA, used that angle against him. And he said something that I like that's the difference between a nigga who steals purses and one who perseveres. So I thought that was a nice, talk to me kind of bar that he said to Twerk. And then he used part of his strapped in slogan. He was like, I'm strapped in, but I'm not going to clap you in the coma. I got 4 personalities. I strapped at any moment. So he says that. And of course he had more to the round. It was fire. You know what I'm saying? So DNA did his thing. He did his thing. He had the crowd loving him, feeling his bars. He was very energetic, had great material as usual, and lots of energy. So when Twerk comes on, to my surprise, Twerk literally had one bar, and he goes, Jersey. Everybody was so upset. Everybody started booing Twerk. It's like he wasn't prepared. And I see that this is like, something that keeps happening tonight. For the last 2 battles, first it was who? Suge wound up choking and jerseying out, and now Twerk is choking both rounds, second and third. So I give it to DNA. DNA definitely 2-1. I'll give the first round to Twerk, which it can be debatable as well. But that's it, you guys. It's not looking too good so far. I can't wait for Rock and Hitman Holla, because I know they both gonna give me 3 solid rounds. But that's all I have for you guys. So I'm gonna get back to the battles. All right, and remember, there's no night without stars. Later.